he understand the question, and is his position that...
Said thank you very much and was saying no to answering questions. The president...
So he does believe it's going on.
Well, since there's currently not an election today, not specifically, but we certainly believe that we are taking steps to make sure they can't do it again. Unlike previous administrations, this president is actually would target certainly U.S. elections again.
When the president,
No, as I just said, that's why we're taking steps to ensure that these things don't happen again. From the beginning of his administration, President Trump has actually taken action of the things that we're doing. In May of 2017, President Trump signed an executive order to strengthen and review the cybersecurity of our nation and its critical infrastructure. The Department of Homeland Security, all 50 states, has increased coordination among all election partners. 52 county and local governments, cybersecurity scans, on-site risk and vulnerability assessments to all states that request. Pilot program was launched to increase rapid response capabilities, on-site cybersecurity support with $380 million in funding for election assistance grants to states. These are steps that we've taken to prevent it from happening. These are steps that we've taken because we see that there's a threat there. Cecilia.
Thank you, Sarah. Threat is still ongoing from Russia.
Certainly, like I just said, again, you wouldn't go through that lengthy process.
That Russia controlled Germany over that pipeline. And other comments in that press conference Monday where he continued to cast doubt on the intelligence committee's assessment of Russian meddling in the 2016 election. Does he stand by all of those?
Again, but just to clarify, I know confusion between that individual, some sort of spy for Russia. You guys need to take a little bit of a step back, but this is a lengthy process. Roberta.
And also the bilateral talks with Canada are effectively off the table for now.
But again, we're continuing. Maggie.
Thank you, Sarah. Crimes. Does President Trump support that idea?
The president's going to meet with his team, and we'll let you know when we have an announcement on that.
President Putin raised this with President Trump?
There was some conversation about it. We'll let you know if there's an announcement on that front. Blake?
Tremendous retribution. You brought up the Fed. The Beige Book just came out, which is anecdotes from across the country of what's happening with the economy. Here's some of the headlines.
Long-term economic principles on a number of different fronts. And again, this is short-term, playing trade field across the globe.
A woman was killed in Virginia after protesting neo-Nazis.
I would not compare the two situations. The president, Josh, again, the president thinks that we have to focus on securing our election integrity and our election systems, which is why he has spent so much time. Happened under the Obama administration. We're taking steps. We're making bold reforms to try to fix this. Josh.
The president spent 2 hours. The president spent 2 hours and 10 minutes with Vladimir Putin. Was there a deal made on Syria? Was there a deal made on anything? Can you give us any sense of what came out of that meeting?
Certainly, as the president said, your favorite topic, Russia's interference in our elections. Look, I think the president, as he has said many times before, has been tougher on Russia than anybody. I think you can see that in all of the actions that he's taken. A plant that was closed due to aluminum and steel tariffs that were put in place by this president. President Trump issued 4 statements condemning Russia's poisoning of UK citizens on UK soil. Look, the president has been extremely tough on Russia.
When he criticized Putin by name.
I think he has. I think he has called them out for interfering our election. He's been tough on Russia repeatedly. Hold on, guys. Look, they had a number of conversations. The president discussed some of these things directly, face to face, with Vladimir Putin. That much of the nuclear arsenal across the globe, and so certainly we've called him out. We've been tough. We've everything that this administration has done in regards to that country. Josh, I'm going to keep going. Justin.
The secretary isn't meeting one-on-one with China when he's in Argentina for the G20. Those talks.
Look, I'm not going to negotiate with you guys. I'm going to lead to look for ways that we can have a better trade deal.
Have Russian investigators come here to watch American citizens face questions about the crimes that they allegedly committed in Russia. Why would he say that?
He said it was an interesting idea. He didn't commit to anything, any validity that would be helpful to the process. But again, we've committed to nothing. Mike?
It was kind of seen widely that he was leaving himself a little bit of room when he said, was he referring to any specific
Receives a number of briefings and has talked about this subject pretty extensively. Hallie.
Two questions for you, and I want to just clarify something you talked about at the beginning of the briefing. So despite the video that shows the president looking at Cecilia and answering no to this question about whether Russia is still targeting the U.S., and despite multiple people in the room understanding that the president was responding to that question.
Again, right, because she wasn't sure. I talked to the president, and I've stated what our position
Let
is.
me get to my question, Sarah, because I haven't actually asked it yet, which is the president, now this is the second time in 3 days that the president of the White House has come out and
I'm interpreting what the president said. I'm not reversing it.
opposite way. Why
I was
should
in
this
the room as
president-
well, and I didn't take it the way you did.
But why should this president have any credibility to Americans? Just kidding.
First of all, that's not what I said. It's not exactly what you just explained. We're just kidding. And I think that, and he wanted to clarify that yesterday.